And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire on Fontus. Some aliens, Mayhem. We're in round 94. We have 4 decisions winning us. We've swapped errors. We're now in a crisis of violence again. 1 extra fate point. We have finally discovered those sealed roads. Putting concrete and dirt roads, they'll be much easier to drive on than our trucks and AFVs. And we've operationalized the RPG Infantry Corps. Cool. Siege, motorized, or mechanized? Let's go siege.
Affirmative.
No, I need my industry points.
Roger that, sir.
Say
Yes,
no. And we'll say
Yes,
no.
sir.
Okay, so a bunch of easy decisions there. And a lot of our projects, I think, proceeded at speed. Yeah. Office done. Palace done. Office done. Metal mine proceeded at speed. No delays. Good, good. Could potentially make use of that oil well, which I think we will do. Send as
Sir, yes,
workers. Queue up the construction for the oil drilling
Sir,
facility.
yes, sir.
And then let's queue up both bureaucratic offices over here.
Understood.
Again, a lot of the solutions to our problems in the long run is more bureaucracy. Did I hit the stack limit there? I hit the stack limit there. Okay, that might make it a little complicated from a reorganization standpoint. Okay, the next turn we'll start trying to reorganize our units. We actually don't have the brigades mixed. Yeah. Changing these colors so I can tell them a little bit better. Now set the color before I can change the color. Okay. So those are our 5 colors. At some point we'll have to sort out which ones are where. Try to get them to where they should be. And probably the first step is pull out some of the extra militia we hopefully don't need to hold the front line here. Oh, it actually turned it up. That's nice. Oh, barely turned it up. We're putting more colonists in here, doing more construction. Okay. So if we're queued too much up, I think that's the direction we want to go. We got enough being in the queue that I think I should let some of it finish before we put more in the queue. Although the tempting thing to put in the queue would be more solar power, I think. Oh, I do need more machine parts for the things we're building, so let's grab a couple.
Yes, sir.
Machine parts to call that good. Okay. Yeah, probably solar power, just to make sure the power stays positive. And then we'll see. We'll actually see if we are power positive on the next turn, because the big two power consumers right now that are coming on the line are High Command 4 and Bureaucratic Office 4. Oh, I'm not in second anymore. I'm in third. Amblescant has overtaken us, probably mostly via land. And the bureaucracy grew like 45 points. It should grow a lot more next turn. Let's see. In their shuffle, they may have just exposed a tile that we'll just walk into. There we go. Round 95, we got 5 decisions. Religious Mayhem, that's not good. Kept our promise. EP production rose to 1,130. We've discovered RPGs, that is good. Command of the 6th Light Infantry Brigade is now empty again. Okay.
Affirmative.
Religious Mayhem, do what you can to mitigate it.
Understood.
Failure, that's a shame.
Understood.
Unit population,
Yes, sir.
we don't mind.
Yes, sir.
We don't mind letting the Elder stay in charge. And yeah, they just let us take that hex. Okay. Oh, I should definitely make the 5 and the 3rd different colors. Okay. And the first is actually Infantry MG, so we probably want them to be the ones splayed out across the entire front line in small amounts. Don't actually know how many ATs I have. And yeah, I think we're going to slowly pull the militia out of here. I think we're in a situation where we don't need every last militia guy on the front line. Oops, that was, shame. Actually wanted that guy there. Disguised... Okay, that was the artillery. Thought it was a militia unit when I moved it. Because the militia... I'm so used to the militia being the only ones with the, transport. Now when I have guys who don't have... that aren't militia and have transport, it can be confusing. Bazooka. Galactic Republic Infantry. We'll keep Galactic Republic Infantry on the front line. AT. Okay, so that's reasonable. If anything, it's a little bit too much AT. That's probably fine. Galactic Republic Infantry. Let's try to get those two merged up. Nope. Transfer 2 to the 8. Oh no, that's Jetpack. Galactic Republic Jetpack Infantry. Let's not merge the regular infantry into the jetpacks. I'm willing to merge the infantry into the MG. To make Galactic Republic Infantry MG unit. There we go. Okay, so we've got no AT there. Let's put a couple of the AT units in that spot. So we got 2 AT there, we got 2 AT there, got 4 there, but that's fine. Only got 1 there, could probably do this more there. Only got 2 there. Okay. So 2, 2, 2, 2. You've got 4. We've got an odd number. Some of the odd ones got to be out a particular odd spot, so that'll be fine. Okay, so I think that's actually pretty good. And then we can spread out the rest of the militia to just guard bits of the coastline. And yeah, bring the artillery back in, and then at some point probably bring more artillery AT down for dedicated anti-tank duties and such. Okay, we got enough civilians, we got enough workers to complete the construction, so let's want to expand the recycling, which we're not up to right now, but we're fine there. Here we got another worker crisis. Probably due to people just migrating out of the town. Workers, that'll fix the government worker component. Yeah. And we had some construction delays here specifically. Oh, and you're actually probably the 3 main towns. You're probably the smallest, 50k. In fact, you're so small. I should stop recruiting colonists from you. I don't really want it to shrink anymore. Yeah, we're gonna stop recruiting from you for the moment. It's gonna give us a manpower shortage, or gonna reduce our manpower uptick, but for the moment I think we're fine. And yeah, we don't want you shrinking anymore. It's probably the best way to describe it. We want you to stay over 50,000. Yeah, we're recruiting pretty quickly from here. Pop to decrease due to religious mayhem. Oh dear. Danger skyrocketing, okay. So, we can probably expect there to be problems there soon.
Sir, yes, sir.
Critical success. They're up to 31. Okay, so next turn I can take a offer peace swing at them. Get us back to peace status.
Roger that. Roger that. Roger that.
Buff to militancy down there. Up to 83. That's pretty good. We'll see if we can keep it stable around there. Maybe move around to a different zone, see if we can get it up in a different zone. Oh, and let's attach these RPG units to commands. Yellow is the 6th. So let's attach you to the 6th. You're in the area for the 2nd, so we'll attach you to the 2nd. Oh, the armored car is attached to the 2nd as well. Fair enough. Attach you to the 4th. It's the 3rd area, yeah. There we go. So we've done maximum attachments to our HQs. So those RPG units will function a little bit more effectively on the following turns. We're actually having implied, I just realized, taking a look at it at this point, that there isn't anything but trucks in there. In theory. So we'll take a swing at the trucks.
Move it now.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so we're mixing the units again, but at this point it's because we're crushing the front line. This is probably not going to attack. Although this is apparently not a very terrible attack. I have a suspicion they're not doing particularly great on other fronts. Yeah. We'll see how they reorganize over there in turn. Oh, I forgot to queue up the research for the RPG. Round 96, we didn't get attacked. We got 4 decisions awaiting us. One of which is presumably what to do with the Marauders. Again, this is apparently just the
Attack formation.
armored cars, or just the trucks. So just trusting making the trucks run away. Apparently, that's just the trucks.
Going in. Mission successful.
Oh, apparently I'm up at the stack limit. Only so many tags you can put in a hex. We've got there. Oh, on all 3 hexes. Okay, yeah, we don't need more people on the front line. We got enough. The question here is, do I peace out? And the answer is probably yes. We do have some capacity to maybe attack here. Try to pick a little bit more territory off of them. Like, there's an argument to attack here, or like we want the port. I just don't think we've got the attacking power to take the port. And that's the only place in the battle line where they're actually garrisoned. Yeah, we're... First of all, that's overstacked, so that's a no-go. That's the wrong units coming in. Yeah, that's not a good trade. We could push in here. That would probably be a decent trade, especially bring the armored vehicles in. Yeah, let's take that trade.
See you on the other side. Okie dokie.
Okay. And we could follow that up attack on you, although it's also a little tempting to maybe follow up an attack on you. Hmm. That's enough to take that hex, please.
Mission successful.
Yeah, that's not a good trade ratio. Okay, so this is the front line. Yeah, we extended it a little bit deeper into the territory, but this is a place where we can attempt, I believe, to negotiate peace. Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
We actually failed. So there is not peace this turn.
Affirmative.
I'm on it.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
New commander of the Zincs, because we had the previous one retire. So yeah, the best out of the choices will take the job. Okay, so we'll see if they counterattack or how they reposition in response to... Probably the best way to describe it is the deteriorating situation for them.
Affirmative.
Okay, and then construction. Oil facility finished. Both beer cutting offices got delayed. Why did they get delayed? I presume just bad rolls. Yeah, 4% bad rolled there. We didn't actually have enough workers there. Okay.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And then solar. Nominal is 50, and we're getting 66. So we're getting better than nominal out of it, which is not terrible. Anyway, let's see how that situation evolves. Yeah, we're definitely on the offensive. I say we're on the offensive. We're really not attacking. We're just taking opportunity attacks because they've got other wars going on, and so they're not prioritizing us. Is what I think is going on. I think from an industry and quality standpoint, they've got us outdone. We haven't fixed our problems. We're still one generation behind them on infantry. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Rep, org, mill, call, research, RPG.
Understood.
And there's a reason for that. Because once we have RPG done, that's one more towards advanced chemistry. Means we can discover guided, which is another one towards advanced chemistry. Also, combat armor plus RPG is the next generation on our bazookas. which will be useful for dealing with these tanks. Useful for dealing with the tanks. Back on that turn. Yeah, progress is being made. It's slow and methodical and not necessarily claiming anything of high value until we can take the city. And to be fair, I'm saying it's a city. It's a port. It's a dock. It's not much more than that. Adams Range Imperium, round 97. Except for no losses, no made kills, we got 5 decisions awaiting us. Dome Breach is going to be one of those events. We completed the development of our light tanks.
Roger that.
No new orders in the light tank. Dome Breach.
Sir, yes, sir.
You have my support to mitigate it. They did mitigate it to some degree.
Understood.
No. And...
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it does look like they've received some limited support. Reinforcement. I'm going to use the logistics we've set up to start just dropping shells on the port.
Fire when ready. Yes, sir.
So, the cost of ammunition, we have caused morale damage to 1 unit. Basically routed 1 unit.
Mission successful.
Oof! Lost one of the Galactic Republic tanks. And yeah, I don't think we got any hope of actually taking the city on a direct assault. with the current equipment. Well, we might have the ability to take the city, but it would be bloody. Yeah, it would be a bloody assault. At this point, we'd have to overstack to probably have the firepower to do it. Yeah. Although, if we're carrying out the attacks in the outskirts, we will eventually push them far enough back and around that we can hit it from multiple sides. If we're coming in from 4 or 5 sides, maybe.
Affirmative.
Okay. And then construction. Both bureaucratic offices finished. It'll be tempting to build them up again. Yeah, tempting to build them up again. Get as much bureaucracy as possible. Because what I need to do is I need to roll through the tech tree. I need to catch up tech-wise. Working in heavy industry, working in RPG. Still trying to discover combat armor. If we get combat armor, we get next generation infantry. Our infantry will be in power, at least what we're seeing. RPG is the same with the anti-tank weapons.
I'm on it.
Understood.
Okay, militancy's trending up. Militancy's trending up. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, diplomacy. We're not necessarily in a rush to get those guys defeated, and it would probably be better off if we could get peace with them temporarily. Let's see if we can negotiate a peace.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, they have agreed to peace. How long that lasts? Debatable. They're back to blackmailing. Good to know. Shadow Diplomat. Director, Foreign Affairs.
Sir, yes, sir.
Major. Trade deal.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, that makes them happier, makes them most likely to want to start a fight. And yeah, these guys... Oh, we've actually... Let's do both these guys. What's your opinion on the whole concept of trade? You're on board with trade.
Sir, yes, sir.
Didn't even need to do Shadows of the Land to get that trade deal off. That's good. And what? Do we only know... I might only know where 3 of them are. I got contact with 3. I know where 4 is. There's the 4th. Oh, I need to open contact with them before I can do that.
Sir, yes, sir.
Critical success on getting that contact open. We're gonna have to re-open contact with these guys. Yeah, so we know 4 of the 5. 4 of the 5. In fact, we know about everyone except for the person who's almost dead. He's got 3% of the world population and like 0.3% of the planets. He's probably got like a couple hexes around his HQ. He's probably pretty boned. Yeah. So we lost 2nd place. Apparently, Nubblesnet did get some people. Lost my opportunity to get recon on them. Oh no, I haven't lost my opportunity to get recon on them. So I still got spies in the neighboring territories, so we can shove some spies in there so we can try to do offer protection. See how that goes. Let's take... Can we roll the capital? Let's roll the capital. Let's see what the stability of that is in the capital. In theory, stable. And then we got a lot of money, so we're actually going to give money to the militia in an attempt to raise it. That was all my money to the militia, was it? Yeah.
Roger that.
Okay, cavalry's 9. We'll see if it actually stays there or if it goes down a little bit. It might go down a little bit. As we slowly and methodically attempt to resurrect the concept of the militia actually fighting for the state. Coming back around to us. Round 98, we got 1 decision, so probably going to be a pretty quick turn. Did get our goal of civilization, that's nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they're blackmailing us. We don't actually have open contact with them, we'll do that.
Sir, yes, sir.
As a critical success, it actually makes them like us more, so that's going to delay war longer. At least 50 opinion to do, scientific cooperation. Embassy is potentially in the cards. In fact, it's guaranteed success with you, so let's roll it with you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Unlikely. Very unlikely. 0% chance of success is very unlikely, yes. We could do some more militia enthusiasm. I've been going through the political power pretty quickly recently, so maybe not. Oh, I think that's technically the 4th? Yeah, I remember the 4th. Here's the other member of the 4th. Are we missing a member of the 5th? No, that's actually the entire 5th. Okay. Um... Anyway, we're not starting a fight, so just being deployed like this is fine. Sort of unsorting them a little bit. Sorting them a little bit, however you want to describe that. And yeah, if we were to start another fight, we'd probably try to break through these guys and try to encircle the port here. And or push down to the other port down here. Yep, both are ports. Just don't have enough people in this zone. Not enough workers, not enough civilian population. And I think they're migrating out, which isn't helping.
Affirmative.
Yeah, they're immigrating, which isn't helping. Yeah, so I think these guys... Honestly, I don't know how these guys got... they probably landed. They probably landed and didn't get a port set up, and then they got starved out. Because they didn't pay or let their transport route shutter. Ooh, declined by 7. Yeah, that's going to be hard to be sustained. Plus 5 due to high loyalty, plus 1 from retired militia, minus 13 from other sources. Like, we could struggle to keep that up. That's going to be a struggle. And that's the culture. That's being a 55 culture, apparently. They've got, let's say, standards. So last turn that we did the spies, yes.
Sir, yes, sir.
Minor offer protection on you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Success. Barely a success. Got a little close with that, not succeeding. Okay, so we're going to want to try to set up a port at some point so we can try to get a connection over to them. So what I might try to do is get some sort of landing spot in the rotors, and we drop on the rotors. Like, to be fair, there would be perfect. Road to road, it's already sealed, that would be nice. Odds of getting that as the choice is probably 0, but that would be a nice place to land. Yeah, so we get heavy industry done, we go sealed roads next. Get RPG done, hopefully discover the combat armor next. Let's cycle the turn. Enemy range Imperium, round 99. We have 4 decisions awaiting us. Still not crisis of violence. It's not the first one we've had this run. Militia enthusiasm, which is tempting, but not sure where to put it. I'm running a little low on political power. Nothing ever seen, never trade. Demand victory points rise 5 points? Yeah, no.
Roger that.
Bit of a shame we're losing the fist points there. Secret Service or Applied Science. I'm gonna pick up Secret Service.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
I don't necessarily need to invest very much in Secret Service for it to be quite useful.
Sir, yes, sir.
Why did the private jobs drop a lot? Because they turn the light industry off, for example. Why? Well, presumably because they didn't have enough workers. Okay.
Affirmative.
Oh, it's saying 7,000 private jobs. It got more than 7,000 private jobs, right? Because it's 4.5, 9K. Yeah, it needs workers. It needs lots of workers. And it's basically abandoned the light industry because there's enough workers. So I'm gonna have to throw population at it to get the private industry hopefully back online. As I keep doing things like migrating away to the city. Bureaucratic office is delayed. And to be fair, that might be sort of the problem we're having with food, right? Is we're having issues with the food being produced at places. Like over here. Okay, so you're building faster. You're gonna take like 2 turns. You've got a turn. Not all we were building, or is everything else? Oh, the other one was just the solar panel failed is done. I'm not concerned about food, otherwise we build up the farm another tier. I think the food will fix itself. I can figure out the colonization issues. No bureaucratic expansion here. We don't got the workers to expand here or here. So it's expand. Well, finish that office. This is the only one that can be upgraded again. So we're actually uncomfortably close to where the bureaucracy is going to camp out. And yeah, I think we will extend this dirt road 1 hex. And here, we're going to build a port.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And then this is going to be our port for trying to run over to here. Yeah, at least everything's upward trending. I am having constantly the real population out to fix. Oh, the part of this is picked up another food asset. So we got a food asset. We got too many food assets there. Too many jobs. Let's do war games to make people a little bit happier. And cabinet retreat to make the cabinet a little bit happier. And then we've got trade. They'd be open to it. Already have it with them. We could actually get it with them as well. Okay. Already trading with you. Not trading with you. They're the most open to it, so I'm just going to roll it on them.
Sir, yes, sir.
There we go. Plus, if there's a faction I want to go to war with again, it's going to be these guys. Interesting. That's not the person I want to get that deal with, but that's the person I can get that deal with. And that is a deal that I think will help. So that's a deal we're gonna go for.
Sir, yes, sir.
I doubt I have anything to spread to them. So this is
Yes, sir.
pure upside to me. Because the concern here is that I'd be giving them technology that, or spreading technology to them that they don't have, right? So what? Do they have a rocketry? I think this is all upside. I don't think I've got anything that they don't already have. And this will help us research by helping us discover, particularly. We know they have combat armor. Like, we know they have combat armor. They at least have Gauss. Like, we know they have RPG. I think they have RPG. It's not RPG. And maybe don't have RPG. Yeah, they have RPG. So, I don't think there's anything that I'd be afraid to give them, right? Oh yeah, maybe they don't have power plant, we give them power plant or something. I'm fine with that. From a discovery standpoint, we're only sharing discoveries, and I don't think I have anything that I don't want to share with them from a discovery standpoint. As much as they're the people we're gonna fight. Yeah, I think let's go a little bit longer. I'll go one more turn, so we can update the victory overview. I think we're back to third, right? The other majors are showing that they know what they're doing on this planet. And yeah, we'll see if we can catch up in tech. If we can catch up in tech, I think we're in a position where we've got a secure industrial base. The industry base could be better. We could have more metal. We could have more people. That's one thing that the people we're facing actually have a speed on. They got a little bit more people. Now, the AI is a little bit bad with it trending to use them as military. So if you fight them hard enough, they'll delete their population. But right now, they got a little bit more people than us. They obviously, because this is Shadow Empire. On the harder difficulties, the AI gets ahead of you real easily. They maybe don't keep ahead of you very well, but they get ahead of you real easily. So we're behind a little bit in tech. Although, maybe only like by 1 generation. No way are we going to be able to negotiate Victory Pact to win this. We are going to have to get to 50 and keep everyone else below 25. Which probably is going to involve taking from whoever hits 25 first. Which is one of the reasons why we know this is a temporary deal. Because they're the guys that are going to hit 25, and they're the guys we're going to have to punch. Round 100. We suffered no losses nor many kills. We got 7 decisions. Xenobite infestation. Yeah, that's bad. Marauders. Also bad. Crisis of violence, which is why we're having all these violence events. VidCom broadcasting. Not what we're looking for. But that's fine. We've now discovered it. Corporate scientist. That might be someone to bring on to the councils. You want us to know about more hexes? I will accept. See if I remember about that next time. Director for the Secret Service Council. We do have someone who has Covert Ops 14. Although I just realized he's only 14, so he's going to be very much running on pure skill. On the other hand, yeah, as a temporary assignment, he's the best we've got. Until we get someone better, he will do the job.
Understood.
Secret Service, yeah, be
Aye,
balanced.
sir.
Orbite, do what you can to mitigate it. Crit a success, that's great. Marauders,
Yes, sir.
I give you all I can. Still results in a failure. 2,000 workers lost, 2,500 population lost in Cretamoon. Cretamoon's the no. I must have heard which place that was. Yeah, it's not there. Not there. May have been there? No. Because the capital's Adams range, so it wasn't the capital. No, that was the Marauder. Okay. Maybe one of the subzone bits is called in a minute. Okay. Maybe we just misread it. Charismatic Union Chief. Refuses demands but buy beer. We'd have a 1% chance of success. Or, you know, he's asking for the workers to have a raise. We'll give the workers a raise.
Affirmative.
Okay, no delays on the port. And yeah, no delays on the port. We finished the bureaucratic office. We'll have another one done next turn. Moon Slope. Yeah, 170 to hit, plus a D100 to hit a 263. Don't think we're hitting that. In which case, that means when it comes time, we're going to be just rolling unifications. 3D100? Usually if you got a protector ship, it's 2D100, wasn't it? That's remember that being different. I know annexation makes it. Interesting. I remember it being easier than that, but yeah, there's a chance you hit that, but it's not improbable, or it's not impossible. Although that one's getting a bit improbable. But yeah, we're not in a rush to do that, so that's fine. Also, these guys would be nice just to get borders with, so like we can buy their stuff. Because they sell machine parts. We got more colonists.
Affirmative.
Still has left that closed. Hasn't paid any upkeep cost. Maybe if we dumped enough workers in there, it'll try turning it back on. At least keep it around. Okay. Then the other thing to do is I've agreed to have more recon. So before I forget, don't let future me forget.
Aye, aye, sir.
That goes the
Aye,
spies.
sir. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye,
In the hopes
sir.
that we find enough stuff to appease that. Foreign affairs. Result of the discovery of deep core mining. Oh, interesting. So we already have returns on that scientific cooperation. They have deep core mining discovered, so have deep core mining discovered. That's nice. Although they're already on the we want to break that deal. Minus 20. We had 90. It's now 70. So that's only going to be a temporary solution. Okay, well, looking at the time, this is where we're going to go ahead and put the part break in here at the end of this turn, because it's going to be the end of the stream, as I usually do. Our logistics is looking better. We can definitely do with better logistics. No place are we fully bottlenecked. Better logistics basically looks like sealed roads and rail connections connecting up all the cities. In fact, that might be something we can do pretty quickly. Come the next part is the rail connections. We got a pretty good income of metal, so I can probably field the good old rail. All right, so this would be the main one. Could we do that? Almost could do that. Of course, that's also across a bunch of marshes. Marshes no veg. Marshes grass. So that might actually be a situation where we really want to wait for geotectonics. Reduces the IP and metal cost for expensive construction hexes like mountains. Marshes aren't that bad. As you can see, we've been pushing us through marshes. In forests, but it's 5,000 metal. So even a small savings would add up to quite a bit. Besides all was. Yeah. This is the state of the run. We're not winning, but we're not losing. We're within 7.5, 7 to 8% of first place. We're only 1.5% off from second place. Maybe 2% off from second place. Right. So we're definitely not losing. We're third on the podium. Yeah, we fell from second. Although that's mostly not due to falling, that's due to second rising. Second's been rising faster than we have been rising. And we're basically in the polling place. It's basically the four of us up top. And then everyone else is not a concern. And a lot of the planet is... A lot of the population, actually, looking at the balance here, because it's like 12%, 14%. So... about half the planet is claimed. And less than half the population is... about the half the population is claimed. Yeah, basically half the planet is unclaimed. Right, so that's going to be the trick, is figuring out how to get out to the unclaimed half and getting to it first. And or taking it from the people who try to take it first. And obviously tech is partially the solution here. We need to get combat armor going. Combat armor so we can get it in the second gen. Infantry, third. Well, in our case it's fourth gen infantry, but they're third gen. Metal soil filtration will fix the metal problems. We are looking at a metal cliff when all the metal will run out. Although that's a way off. This has got 5,000 left. When we upgrade it, when we expand it, it's gonna get like 30,000 left. Although that'll be the last 30,000 there, right? So we got like 35,000, and then over here we got another 9,000. So we've got like 40,000 metal, right? We're not super paranoid about metal, but there is a impending metal cliff in our future, which when that happens, we will be out. Same thing with the scavenge, right? The scavenge runs out. That's our source of rare earth metals. It's also helping us in the metals. These are depletable resources, and we are depleting them. We're scavenging in all the hexes here. This hex is empty. Scavenging that hex, scavenging that hex, scavenging in that hex. So we've got that one not scavenged. We got that one not scavenged. We got these two not scavenged down here, but that's our expansion potential. Otherwise, we're just depleting resources faster. Now, that makes sense kind of at the mines, because there's 10,000 here and we're mining at a rate of 100 a turn, right? So 100 turns to clear it from basically where it is. If we upgrade it, that'll be like 50 turns. Right, so upgrading the mines is still tempting. But like a lot of the scavenging and mining places, it's sort of a balancing act between, yeah, you upgrade it and then it just depletes faster. Do we want it to deplete faster? I'd rather do what we're doing right now, which is expanding the bureaucracy so that we can get into the techs to have the permanent solutions, which is metal soil filtration, deep core mining, synthetic fuel, that sort of stuff. But yeah, the game is going well. The situation that almost resulted in like the capital falling has been solved. We got enough brigades here, we got enough anti-tank weapons and such, that the fact that they're tied up with other people should give us a stable front line. Little concerned about the fact these guys are hostile, although they don't appear to have a dock in here. So I think they landed at some point via a MTH contract. Stuff happened, they dropped the MTH contract and just let the people in here either starve or they pulled out or whatever. To be fair, they were right next to the slavers, right? So they may have gone like, we're next to slavers. The slavers declare war on them, like, annex the port or something. And then they were like, oops, we have no port. GG. And then the slavers actually weren't hostile. Like, if they weren't at war with them, the slavers could have, say, just taken a tile that they needed, like the port. Or where the port would have been. Because it could have been in here, for example. I don't know. I didn't see what was quite going on there. Or maybe the port was up here somewhere and it fell to the non-line. Either way, these guys got cut off. These guys are hostile enough. They, unlike these guys who are blackmailing, are much more likely to take us to a state of war. Although they haven't yet. How much of paranoia should I be? Hostile people, I tend to be more paranoid about blackmailers. Of course, the blackmailers actually declared on us. you win some, you lose some. We got that situation under control. These guys, yeah, we have a war with these guys. We'll probably end up with a war with those guys. We'll just, if there's no one actually in here, we'll just take like 8 hexes and be happy. These guys are a protectorate. We know these guys are rotors. We probably need to go and take over the rotors. That's what we need to do. We need to port up and get off our island. Get the port up and get off the island while we try to get the technology going. But yeah, I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow because we should be around for recording the next part by then. If you're watching on Twitch, as I brought up early in the stream, sorry for the stream on the last Wednesday, so yesterday being cancelled. We had an unplanned trip to the ER. Everything is fine. It was just a high blood pressure concern. And it wasn't me, it was another family member. So that stream got cancelled. We also got other family in town, so I decided that we're going to drop from a 4-night 4-game cycle to a 3-night 3-game cycle. So we're going to record 3 parts every night instead of 4 parts, just so I can go to bed an hour earlier and spend a little more time with the family. So tomorrow will be Terra Invicta. We're going to hopefully overcome that no metal shortage and get more on the aggressive side. Saturday will be Panzer Corps 2. We're in early 1942. The Russians are on the attack for once. We're going to be receiving their attack and then swapping onto the counterattack. And then Sunday we will be back to this, continuing our Fontus Some Aliens run with Mayhem from round 100 forward. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck, a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.